Monday morning and omicron. To see what's in the news. One of the latest information things we got last week was talking about how things were going to open up a bit more this week. Our boss is taking a steady approach. He says even though they're starting to say masks can be worn out in the public, until we get that firm word within the department that masks cannot be worn indoors, he said we're going to stick with that, because the last thing we want to be is that school that has the breakout. Brand new variant, and it's already made it to Australia. Found two cases that flew in the other day. Just going to be watching the news on that, because it's really too soon to know much about it. And other than that news, it was a cruddy rainy weekend. HSC marking has started, and I was marking all day Saturday. Sunday was our day off, and it was just wet. I got marking again tonight, and on and on and on. Just finished with year 11. I've let them know I'm not here tomorrow because I've got marking, and we would normally have a double tomorrow. And then when we looked at the next time I've got them, it's not until Tuesday next week, which I think is our strike day. So I won't see them again until Wednesday, I think, of next week, or Thursday. Double check the timetable again. Year 10 were boisterous today. Some of them were working on their tables and stuff. You can kind of see that one's got more of a tabletop. The smaller one that was up here, he was sanding his. A couple of kids on the lathes getting stuff. Practice, really not really making much, but anything's a start. They can be a very full-on group. We're getting close to the end of the year, and I really just want them to experience stuff, because I know that some of them have picked timber for next year. Decided today was Fun Shirt Friday and Fun Face Friday. People are a little bit disturbed by this mask. Honestly, don't blame them. My wife got me this a while back. It's like massive, quite disturbing. The one trouble with doing HSC marking is needing to leave school in a hurry to get to it. And because we now mark remotely, I've got to get all the way back to the house as opposed to a marking centre, because the old marking centre was probably like half an hour's drive, or the closest one was, and the house is 45 to an hour. We start at 4. Between work and the freeway, there's a couple of school zones. School zones, just like they are, I think, worldwide, the speed limit's a lot lower, and you get held up in it and that sort of stuff and stuff. Oh. I'm still currently just stuck in my own school zone. There's another one down here at the next suburb down. There's another one before we get to the freeway. So it's like, I wanted to try and show you what the year 10 have been up to, because year 12 have gone. The only class I had today was my year 10's last period and playground duty. The tables, the student got all his slats cut, and the decision is make it just like an outdoor table, just screwing down through the top into the rails. It's not going to glue it all, which is fine. One end of all these rails attached. Another one wants to try making a a wooden phone case for his iPhone. Don't want to discourage it. Thought of some ways that he can basically mark it out on the timber, drill it out, chisel it out to get it clean. And if it's something that's motivating him, then that's something that we'll do, like for this last bit of time in term. I think they're now starting to think about next year. Traffic's been crap, and there's a big storm blowing in, and it's made it dark. It doesn't get dark now till almost close to 7, and it's 4 o'clock. It's just, the clouds are coming really thick and heavy. I don't know where the storm's going to hit the most. I've sort of been on the edge of it, but I've had a couple of calls from some other markers just saying they're stuck in traffic too. Going to be late logging on. It looks like I'm heading towards the storm. There's lightning. Don't know if you heard that. You bit of thunder. Right. First hailstones. Yep. A few people have pulled over to the side of the road under trees to try and wow. Alright, that came in heavy, really quick. It's almost like a whiteout. The weather stopped being so wet, still ugly, and the mist and fog has only really just lifted in this area in the last hour, maybe hour and a half. It's still down in the gullies, but marking is finished for the day, so the rest of Saturday from just after 4 onwards to ourselves. Marking again Monday night, but it's local council elections, so I've got to go and vote before they close at 6, because voting here is compulsory, and if you don't vote you get fined. So I'll go up, do my democratic bit and cast my vote and go back to the house. Here we go. QR code checking in. Ask you if you've got your own pen. If you don't, sanitize your hands. Select a sanitized pen. Like, go and get your name checked off. They give you a ballot. Go and vote. Fold it up. As soon as you walk away from the little voting booth, somebody jumps in behind you and wipes it all down, directs you to where the ballot box is, and then they say you can keep the pen. They must have lots of pens. Council elections, I think we get to have 2 electors for our area. Now in the Blue Mountains it's broken up into different electorates, and I can never remember which one we are. It's just that I go to my nearest polling station. There's candidates from the Liberal Party, which is the Republicans in the US, the Labor Party, which is close to the Democrats in the US, there's a Greens Party, and then there's some independents. And each of the parties had 3 candidates, and you could either vote for a party or you could vote directly for the candidates in order of preference. And they do the preferential voting system, And the two people with the most votes in the end are our two councillors.